Welcome to Thriving Moms of Autistics podcast, a free resource for moms raising young autistic children. I am your host, Dr. Christina Wilson. I created Thriving Moms of Autistics after years of experience working with families and having my own autistic child. I coach moms of young autistics one-on-one to tap into their strengths, create a supportive community, set firm boundaries, and raise their autistic child with confidence. Subscribe to the podcast and check out the earlier episodes so you don't miss a thing. Now, let's get to it.
Hi, Mom. Welcome back to another episode of the Thriving Moms of Autistics podcast. Can you believe that it's December already? Where did the year go? It has flown by. And right now you're building up to the holiday season. It could be super stressful because that compounds already ongoing stress in meeting your child's needs. And I want you to know that you are not alone. There are many moms out there that are feeling it too. And last year, the holidays didn't go out as I planned, as I hoped. Have you ever had one of those holidays? I think we all have. It's complicated trying to make sure that you understand what your child is asking for, or even developing a Christmas list with your child. Moms of Autistics have many challenges because of their child's communication needs, and they communicate differently. In this episode, we explore strategies for managing and finding balance for managing your child's needs and the holiday tradition. So find the full transcript for this episode on your favorite podcast. Please share the podcast with other moms to help them grow in their autism journey. Do this by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. Appreciate you always. So, understanding holiday stress for moms of autistic. That's what we're focusing on today. There are many challenges for autistic during the holiday season. Have a group gathering, noise, and trying new things in new places that are in so much more. You might be on edge, just thinking about family expectation. That is a big, or even just going to other people's home. That's a lot. Others, they don't understand all the time, your parenting method, your child's need. And it could be something as simple as a child's eye contact to their eating habits. They might not understand sensory overload with loud noise or what our child perceives to be loud. Crowds, light, all the things that the holiday brings. And the holiday is only once a year, but the change in routine can be so daunting for your child. And my son has a hard time listening to someone and while they're talking and maintaining eye contact. It is confusing to others because they think that maybe he's not listening to that. I might have to gently remind them that he looks away to be sure that he captures all that they are telling him, takes all of it in, and that it takes him a moment to further process the information that he's been given. That he's not being rude. That we traveled a few hours away for a get-together with our family recently, and we took a different route going home, which led to our son feeling overwhelmed. And we had planned it, prepared him for it. Unfortunately, there was a train that triggered overwhelm. I don't know what it was about the train. But we are, entirely certain what caused the struggle or what triggered him. And it was something about the train. But it is something for us to keep in mind for the future, right? So sometimes we learn things along the way that we didn't realize or we didn't make the connection for whatever reason. And a lot of prep goes into preparing for the holidays. Sometimes there are still struggles, and we just learn as we go. Now, always remember that you are trying, you are doing your best, just as I was when uh, things were going well with the alternative route until they weren't. You just live and learn. So, how can mom manage that holiday stress? Well, preparing your child for a holiday gathering is one thing, but you often have to prepare those who are attending the gathering too, right? You aren't putting others up by doing that. I'm going to repeat that. You are not putting others up by preparing them. Okay. Your child's needs are important and the preparation is just the same. Your child comes first. If they're feeling put off, that's their problem. It's not your problem. Don't make it your problem. Okay. You are doing what you need to do. I'm proud of you for it. So here are some practical tips as you do prepare for the holiday. So the first one is to be realistic in your expectation. Now, no one knows your child like you do, right? You know what they can handle the best. Sometimes our estimations are a bit, and that's okay. Give yourself some grace, again, just like I did on the trip. The second is to create a flexible schedule. Consider breaks needed during the travel time. Um, get an early start to adjust for issues that might occur along the way. And that's okay. The third is to prioritize essential activities. You and your child aren't the only ones that are going to be there, right? There's going to be other people, probably a large group of people, most likely. So it's okay to step back or to step away from something that doesn't fit your child's need or might be overwhelming to them. We don't push our children into doing things that are going to set them off or trigger um, overwhelm or sensory overload and things like that. And it's okay. They don't have to do that. Then support them. So, for example, if the family's playing a game that might be just too much for your child, because people get loud and all of the things, or maybe it has flashing lights or whatever, you can do something separate with your child instead. Like having something to replace that time is really important. So think ahead of maybe something that you can fill that time in with that is something your child would enjoy. And the last is to be prepared for your own potential struggle. Yeah, you're a human being. And dealing with others can be really hard. Um, there's always that one family member that might push your button. So that it's often because they complain or they don't understand autism. Consider how you might deal with this ahead of time. Have your own bag of tricks handy. Like this, they need finding ways to resolve these issues or cope with these issues, such as mindfulness techniques or relaxation techniques. That's your bag of tricks, right? Now, in the Thrive course that's now out, I provide moms with strategies to deal with people who don't understand autism, including those who don't want to learn. We focus on that. So we also focus on individualized plans for creative self-care. This is essential for a mom's well-being, which also supports her child's well. So it's twofold, and that's a good thing. Now, I have 2 new offers for this holiday season, and you've all reached out, heard your needs, and developed a Thrive course. It's on the website, so check it out now. And also join the free Autism Thrive Tribe community for moms of autistics to share their experiences with other autism. And check out the Surviving the Holiday thread and support one another. Okay? I've also provided a direct link in the episode transcript for you to join the community. You can also find this at the thrivingmomsofautistics.com website. See you in the community. See you next week.
Thanks for listening to Thriving Moms of Autistics podcast. Be sure to leave a review and tell other moms of autistics about the podcast. Let's support each other. Find the full transcript for this episode at thrivingmomsofautistics.com. And be assured, you are not alone in your journey.